What you see here, for example, is a borrowed one. Somebody had put up a theoretical perfect Hansa calculation. That's where quite a lot of these come from, but I've modified them, especially the values that it pulls from, and made my own versions of them. Similarly, this missions information I pulled directly from the German forum and translated. This is something I pieced together. Although again, the framework was something I found elsewhere. Good people create, but the best people steal. This is completely stolen. This is completely stolen. This I put together, but I needed to find the information from various sources. And this is completely stolen. So I do a lot of stealing. It's what makes everyone great. And as Visby is still struggling with food, but they get meat and they get stockfish. Actually, I'm very happy to see stockfish properly flowing. Great. Just great. Once I have 100 million, or more than that rather, I'll finally be able to put this guy out of his misery, Mr. Rostock. He's fairly satisfied, actually. I could probably maintain his satisfaction by throwing money at him. Now what I really want is to get my reputation in these cities sky high. For example, Thorn, of course I have high reputation there. I'm a good guy. But I need to start buying counting houses in these places. And you remember how expensive counting houses were to set up? Yeah, it's going to be that all over again. But I got a good Bruges wagon train. Haarlem can't be reached. Well, that's a problem. Why don't we first note that you do not have enough brick or wood. You also seem to lack brick and wood, and you. And we have plenty of brick in the center, so that tells me that whoever does the bricks over in the west is insufficient. This is the kind of thing that we just keep finding we've got to deal with as we see it. Your bricks in the center. Okay, we have a brick west that's 500 and a brick west that is thousands. So I think the other one needs to be a lot more than 500. Fortunately, we can just go from city to city and get enough boats. You are disappointing me by not producing boats. Pretty much all the docks in the world should be producing boats for me. Look, one of these cogs has 500 cargo capacity. That's 5 wagon trains, and that's even a pretty crappy boat. Okay, another cog, I guess. London isn't... Well, London lacks the wood, which is its own problem, because for some reason I'm always lacking the wood here. Now, were those pirates? They were pirates. Actually in a Groningen once more. Get to work, will you? I could automatically do it, but... Dominating. Oh, right, well that's part of the problem. I'm using the wrong shot. Explains why I didn't take you down in the first place. You know, I will automatically do this. This is Guard Chief Irons. Done. If I go and look at Guard Chief Irons... He actually didn't get damaged in that. That's surprising. Automatic battles of guards don't actually hurt? If so, like I said, I'd be surprised. Jake, do you have such spreadsheets and notes for EU4 as well? Is this your secret? Are you a note taker? No, I don't do this kind of stuff for EU4. At most, I had some notepad stuff, but it was more like, this is a theoretical exploit that I've just thought of, investigate more, and then I will. But, as many people know, I have not been doing big exploity stuff on EU for quite some time. I was doing something and I've completely forgotten about it. I think I was following the brick man. The tiny brick man. Manipur. Oh, well that's even better. I want a couple of Carvels on you instead of these. And I want Boston to keep Carveling it up. I think I stopped short here because I ran out of money. Not something I want to admit happening, but... Alright, wild card, those goodies are bothering me greatly. Even clothes, huh? Alright, so Mr. Rostock is getting progressively more and more dissatisfied, and it's getting more and more expensive to keep him happy. That's a problem. Doodle-doo. Why are my weavers so underutilized? And grain is almost flowing to the amount that we want it to. Does Rostock's grain train actually work right now? No, the unsinkable stopped, and I need it to not stop. However, I can bring this down just a wee bit, because I want those weavers working again. As much as they can, really, but I'm just trying to offset the grain lacking. Wildcard Thagnus, get to work. I will not have these cities starving. Okay, well, I mean, Danzig is starving, but Danzig is a joke. Guess I can throw them a bone. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. I was very cruel and told Mr. Counting House not to sell grain here. Didn't I? No, they have grain. It's the other things they don't have. But... okay, no, it's just that I aren't getting them. So Danzig is starving for the right reasons. That's a shame though, I mean I need Danzig to kind of not starve right now. I'm trying to build it up to be something. Something memorable, something we can learn from. Alright, that money is going up. See, that's Jake's eternal problem. If he does his job well, he won't have much exploits to show off in his free time. If he doesn't well, he doesn't have a job anymore. Well, it's not really my job, mostly, to stop the exploits being there. We got QA for that. Good old QA work, that was amazing. Granted, my designs should be fairly exploit-free, but hey. Also, hey Lucas, couldn't help but notice the periodic comments on the Resident Evil 4 No Merchant run. I like it though, it brings me back some good memories. Why is the only difference between 1 and 5 speed? That's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, we can run 5 speed for a while so we can actually see the Hansa alive. Remember way back on the first episode how it wasn't like this? Oh, the game pauses like that. That's cool. I think my metal good make... okay, there is a serious shortage of wood around here. And I need to look towards my wood makers and see where they're slacking. Harlem, 100 wood. Surely they're working. Okay, that is a problem. There's no downtime on the clicking there. Jake, you can mod the speeds to your liking. Yeah, I probably will as well. That is bothersome. Alright, as I was saying, wood. Kind of, but also kind of not. We don't need that much clay, so how about you go way down. And then the wood is working that bit better. But still, there are two problems there. One is the wood isn't being transported. And that's the wood to shreds. No, they should be working. Why are they not working? Oh, that's wool to shreds. The holy wood dosh, on the other hand, isn't working. Take that Carvel and get back to work. Otherwise, that's something for Wildcard Thagnus to take care of. This is where the wood is, and we need it. Otherwise, Aarhus, Danzig, and Gothenburg should be bringing in token amounts of wood. Aarhus is making it, kind of. Yeah, no, that makes sense. But your wood has stopped. The stone-free wood brigade stopped, so get back to work. It's so alive, it's beautiful. Have you got a ledger, Jake? How many ships do you have? Yes and yes. Cargo space is over 400,000. We have 190 convoys and trains. Oh, we got some wagons. We have 659 ships, it seems. Quite a lot of businesses too, 4,980. Holy crap, that means we've thunked them down on this horrible city builder way that many times. Same with houses, we have pretty much an equal amount of them. And my wealth has grown steadily. I wonder what made it shoot up every now and then. 667 ships, loads of crew, cannons, trade routes, convoys with TR. Must mean Third Rome. Give me the wood. Can't wait to have that money. Alright, there we go. Loads of bricks, loads of wood. And that should hopefully get the wood moving again, because the lack of wood has been hurting for metal tools. If anything, I should be bringing that wood out so that my metal toolionaires can get back to work. And tools are indeed in Groningen, Flensburg, and Malmö is a big one. There you go, Malmö. You're gonna need it. It's so alive. It's beautiful. And as soon as I have my 100 million to make Mr. Rostock happy. Oh wow. He's very not happy right now. Tribute is a good one. I want to keep that one around. Especially when it's wine, beer, and raw metal. I mean, that one isn't getting done, but... And that one certainly isn't getting done. But tribute is a free 20%. And it doesn't cost loads of money like the other one. Hell, it actually gives you money. So we wait for his satisfaction to go quite low. And I fulfill it. And then he's back up to 100. And very soon I'll be able to buy that land. very soon. Jake, the wealth spikes might have been the million ducat treasures. They weren't millions of ducats back then, though. Where was it? When was it? June 1372. I mean, that's when wealth went from like 3 million to 100 million. What? Now I know this is where I was zeroing my money against buying lands, but these I don't get it. Oh well. Sell me some land, you fool. There we go. I have 1 month to make that money, actually. I might not, but I hope I do. And according to this, in 10 days I make... sorry, in 30 days I make 10 million. I just need to make a little bit more than that this time. Go, my trade routes, make me obscene amounts of money. Okay, a drought in Harlem. I forget what drought does. The game obviously forgets as well, because it's not going to tell me, but I'm pretty sure it lowers farm production, which shouldn't include sheep farms. I mean, it would be absurd if it did. Harlem is so beautiful, and I never thought I'd say that about something Dutch, but it's so beautiful. This is the moment that I build up for in Patrician. And imagine my despair, because I once did this before. It was only, I think, with 8 cities. 8 cities that produced everything and could keep each other fulfilled. And I kept every other city burning. And they were all like this. It was amazing. And I lost that save file. My SSD died. Which brings me to a good point. I should back this save up. It's a shame they don't have cloud support. It's so beautiful. You know, it's just... all that income, because my people have nowhere else to go, they're jamming themselves into these houses, which means the houses are finally giving even more income than normal. I mean, I have enough infirmaries, I have enough chapels, I do not have enough small wells, but only slightly, and they are prosperous. Hell, they could soon be wealthy if I just provided them with more goods. Oddly enough, cheese is lacking around here, and that's dangerous. I do not want these people starving. But I mean, they have grain and they have fish. Even meat seems to be making its rounds, so I can't complain there. To be fair, Jake, it's not something Dutch of the century that you're complimenting. That's true. In that case, what are all these people that I've moved around? Because we did a lot of moving of Harlem. Jake, can you mod the speeds to be... oh, that's just reminding me that I can mod the speeds to my liking. Out of curiosity, if I may, what did you do before Paradox? Did it involve copious amounts of spreadsheets and such? Oh heavens no, I worked in private security before I started doing this. And I loved that job. To be honest, I threw a lot away to go and work with Paradox, but it all worked out in the end. How did you kill your SSD though? Did Professor Overclock pay you a visit? No, it died after a year, but it was fairly early in the SSD times, when they were considerably less reliable. I have no idea what this does. Increased prosperity of burghers living in the vicinity. Well, I mean, these guys don't upgrade from workers because it always draws from the center. And look at that, notice how Patricians are the ones closest to the center, then you get the burghers, and then you've got the regular old working drones out there. Oh, it's so beautiful. Beautiful. And there's space for that even with all these warehouses. So I was able to get my 550 people with 35 warehouses. That's a considerable amount, so I'm satisfied with that. Population needs to go up that bit more though. Shame about the lack of mead. Lack of lots of things, really. So Jake, pick up some Tertai achievements with the new campaign, like redecor. Oh, right. It's Lucas. He's just saying weird things. Also, I do miss your security day jobs. So much video back then. Not just streaming. What are the red dots on the map? Which red dots? You mean these ones? These are where competitors exist. So the competitor was lucky enough to build some houses here. And I can check which ones. He built this, and me buying it off of him will cost an arm and a leg. Same for these ones. That's okay though. He makes a little bit of rent there that I don't. I can handle that. I will eventually buy them off of him, of course. It's just I like to control especially the businesses. Also, we got a pirate hideout. That will not exist for much longer. Strue is going to die. Hunter. Murder him. Feels odd using a Crayer after being in Hulks and such for so long, but they all go down the same. And I get some more pitch too, which as I thought, my lack of pitch probably means that my pitch trains haven't been running properly. I should check that. The Thorn to Danzig, yeah, well I mean all of these can be activated probably. The SS, no taxes. Stavanger to Aalborg meat. Now that's worrisome. That's one that I certainly do not want falling out. Because the food must flow. But there's the thing, Stavanger is always short on food. Short on meat, that is. Flensburg to Aalborg tools. So does that mean that Flensburg has too much tools? Yeah, to a degree. Okay, well I think you are immediately finding that there's nothing to do there. Vapor wave. Okay, yeah, the meat does not flow, so to speak. That salty one keeps stopping as well. I do not like the fact that Edinburgh's beer is not flowing though. Look at all that beer that I've got. That means that the wild card needs to pick it up a notch. Because lack of beer is no joke. Treasure outside of Bergen, Jake. I wonder if the wild card can get on that. No, I should have a hunter in place for it. I think the real trick would be to play this game without with a constant speed. Probably even harder than making the jump from EU4 single player to multiplayer. I guess spacebar should be allowed, but pausing not. Okay, why are my tools not being moved here? That I don't like. I'm gonna pick up a bunch of them, take them back, and then I'm gonna go... I don't even have an Edinburgh tool guy, do I? Edinburgh to Aalborg beer, but I don't have Edinburgh to Aalborg tools. But I shouldn't. Edinburgh is not producing tools. At least it shouldn't be. Ah, I put in all these smithies to offset the lack of it. That's why my beer has been lacking. Well, there we go. Now the beer flows. For whom the beer flows. That should be it. Now, does my enemy have many beer places? Shouldn't have too many. I mean, this place was dying before I came along. He has 19 businesses. 1 sheep farm, 1 hemp farm, 8 breweries. Okay, so what I can do here is flood the beer market really, really hard. But no, I'm going to do the kicking my competitors out of business soon. I like that, but I don't need it. Okay. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. But phase 2 of the perfect Hansa is now complete. I now own everything everywhere. That means the lords will never attack, never send out pirate convoys, never demand buckets of ducats. It's done. So that means we move on to the next phase, which is to make all cities completely owned by me. No, okay, that's not part of it, but it should be. All cities up to 60,000 population, which means that, you know, all things equal, the amount of money I make should multiply by 6 times as well. If we ignore the massive amount I just spent there, I should still make 60 million every month, maybe even more. So, that's a big upscale. I'm probably going to let this normalize for a bit first though, get everything properly seen to. How's Thorn doing anyway? Did they ever finish their wall? Oh, they did. But there were the others that I told to build their walls. Not Groningen, although Groningen's doing funny things with its population for whatever reason. But no, it was Bremen. They're still working on it. But they're almost done, that's promising. And then there was the other one. No, it was Cologne. Cologne had to pull their finger out with regards to the wall. And yeah, they're almost done too. Excellent. Great. So it'll be a wee while before I actually start doing the huge build-up. But I want everything to normalize. You know, this... You could call it done here if this was your end goal. But it's not our end goal. We're working on the better things. Check out London. London's going nowhere because they need wood to finish their wall. It's also not an issue because London's already at the perfect population. 10,000. So, I've zeroed my money, essentially, again. It was, that's kind of funny. That means we've made tons of money this stream. But that's it from me today. I will very likely be back tomorrow with more Europa Universalis. And maybe more Patrician? Who knows? They go hand in hand. It's like bread and butter. You know? It's just fantastic. But yes, I'm hanging up my boots for tonight. Cheers for joining in Europa. Cheers to those who have this confused, maybe even asleep look on their face from persisting through the Patrician. But from me, for now, it's cheers and cheerio.